Hey yo, E-King's fight news, and you already know what it is, man. Shout out to the whole team, all the subscribers. And let's get it. Eddie Hearn, Joshua's promoter, has come out, and this is not the first time he said something like this. He's saying there's a huge potential for a Dillian Whyte Anthony Joshua rematch if Dillian Whyte looks impressive, knocks out Joseph Parker. Now, what do you guys think that means, guys? If you ask me, if we don't get this Wilder-Joshua fight next, this shit is not happening for time, yo. E-King Fight News, more on this. The boy Eddie Hearn, man. I don't know, the word is, as I said before, Shelly Finkel, he has some points that need to be clarified in the contract before Wilder signs off. So Wilder's doing his due diligence, and we're gonna see how it all unfolds. I mean, if one thing's for sure, time always tells the truth, man. And within time, the truth will always come to light. So we're just gonna have to wait and see. But let's take a look at what Eddie Hearn had to say about Dillian Whyte real quick. Y'all know what it is. Alright, so shout out to Boxing Scene. Hearn, if Whyte wins big, the Joshua rematch has huge potential. The Joshua rematch has huge potential. So let's see what it says here. This is why Dillian Whyte should be admired by fans. And I've got to say the same on Joseph Parker. He has just been in one of the biggest heavyweight fights against... I'm going to skip this whole shit. The biggest heavyweight fights of all time. Are you daft? That is rubbish. That is absolute rubbish. That the Joseph Parker, Anthony Joshua unification was one of the biggest heavyweight fights of all time. Fuck out of here. It was in a big heavyweight fight against Anthony Joshua. He was the first man to take him to the distance. Well, okay. But he's rolling the dice again in a fight that could determine his future in the world heavyweight division. For Dillian Whyte, a major victory for him against Joseph Parker could really make Anthony Joshua fight a huge potential. I was shocked when they both agreed to this fight because it's dangerous for both guys. What was that? And if they want to go on and challenge for a heavyweight world title, it's a must-win. Okay, so that's where we stand, guys. Dillian Whyte, if he can beat Joseph Parker, and you know what, every time Dillian Whyte steps up in competition, to be honest, he doesn't look A-class. He always looks underwhelming. But this is going to be a first opportunity where he's up against a puncher that I don't really consider to be a real heavyweight puncher. Joseph Parker is more known for his foot movement, his agility, his defense, and his boxing IQ. That's how he outboxed Anthony Joshua. And when I say outboxed, he outboxed Anthony Joshua for stretches of the fight. Now what happened was, Anthony Joshua had some flashy ass shots that caught the judge's eyes, and they gave him rounds. And they were close ass rounds. Those rounds were close. Those were not, you know, one-sided beatdown rounds at all. So, I mean, we're just going to have to see how this fight unfolds because, you know, a lot of, you know, shout out to LDBC, you know, Ticket 78. They're speculating fucking Joseph Parker might take a dive. Like, would he actually take a dive? I mean, I'm expecting him to show up in a big way. And I mean, he has the ability to beat a Dillian Whyte. I mean, Dillian Whyte's right in front of you. Joseph Parker can outbox this dude, but it depends if Dillian Whyte decides to get in on his bicycle. If he tries to jab or walk Joseph Parker down, it could be a good fight. So yeah, we'll wait and see on this one. I don't like the idea of Dillian Whyte getting a direct title shot. Unless the Deontay Wilder-Anthony Joshua fight is already scheduled. Right? Because this fight's set to go off July 28th. And this is what I'm trying to say, guys. So, E-King Fight News, more on this. So, if this Deontay Wilder-Anthony Joshua fight, if this is already scheduled, then it's a whole different story. Because then we would have set the fight for the undisputed heavyweight championship of the world, which should happen, 2018, early 2019, whenever it happens, it fucking happens. Okay? Obviously, we would prefer it to be this year. That way, if you put it off until next year, you never know what roadblocks might pop up. If you get me. Knowing Anthony Joshua's team, their fucking little tricks, A-side bullshit, you know. And Eddie Hearn knows this fight needs to happen. He knows this fight needs to happen. This is the fight that takes Anthony Joshua to the apex. If he could beat this American champion, he's going to get press. Over in the U.S., he's going to make headlines. And he's got, I'm sure he's got some U.S. media wrapped up in the back pocket. So it is what it is, man. So we're just going to have to wait and see. Let me know what you guys think, man. Smash the like button. Do you even want to see Dillian Whyte get a title shot if he beats on Joseph Parker? There's a lot of threats out there. And guess what? You know what? This is the best part, guys. Guess what? And this has Eddie Hearn written all over it. The word is Eddie Hearn tried to get the WBO interim title on the line. An interim title. Which would, obviously, the winner with the interim title would eventually have a title shot, right? He tried to get the interim title on the line for Joseph Parker versus Dillian Whyte, and he got denied. Denied. So, they X'd that out. Once again, sanctioning body bullshit. And you wonder why? Bob Arum is really close with the WBO, guys. He's really close, and guess what? They were supposed to make Bryton Jennings versus Joseph Parker, and maybe that would have been some type of eliminator fight, but guess what? Joseph Parker pulled out. He took the bigger payday with Eddie Hearn. And, unprofessional, whatever you want to call it, it is what it is. That is boxing in a nutshell. Shit happens. And now competition is fierce. We got all these networks out here. We got streaming platforms that are interested in the sport. So, there's a whole lot going on in the shape and the mold of the future of boxing. And, guys like Bob Arum, they believe it's going to be on an app, on an ESPN Plus app. I don't know, that kind of makes... I still don't see it. There needs to be a way to stop. You see, if somehow there was a way where you couldn't stream it online for free, then maybe these apps would be something to consider. But shit, man. It's all out there. Everything is out there. You don't need to pay for this bullshit. If you go onto the right websites, you go onto the right platforms, the right feeds, you're gonna get this fight for free anyway. So don't waste your money on fucking DAZN. Don't waste your money unless you need to see these HD super high quality feeds and shit. Some people are like that and they pay for it. But it is what it is, man. Let me know what you guys think, man. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell icon if you want to tune into the live stream. It is what it is, man. Dillian Whyte. Dillian bitch-ass Whyte, man. Will AJ take Dillian Whyte on again? We're going to have to wait and see, man. E-King Fight News. And we're out. But the problem is he'd have to deal with Povetkin first. And that's where Dillian Whyte could come in if this Wilder fight doesn't come to fruition. He kick fight me.